We live, boys.
Is this the cocaine coffee?
No. So this is actually just some Folgers.
Damn, you finished all the cocaine
I
coffee?
I didn't finish all the cocaine coffee. I just figured tonight that we would take a little light sipping, you know?
The cocaine coffee was too much?
It wasn't too much. It was definitely...
It's okay, you can say it if it was too much.
It wasn't. I still slept.
I barely slept. Thanks, bud. Since we don't have an assistant today.
Yeah, no assistant tonight, just me and Danger Dan on the cast here. Our assistant was unable to make it. He was a guest last week, so I guess that went to his head.
I mean, dude, we could have him and his kid just running around. Your car would probably be trashed within 7 minutes.
Shaw Blaze not allowed in the garage. Sorry, bud. Maybe when you're older. So I got a few things tonight.
What's the best one? You gotta come in hot.
I don't really have any whoa like you usually do. But I got this thing. I was listening to this podcast called The Superhero
Are we getting intellectual tonight?
Not really. We're far from intellectual. At least I am. So I got this thing. I was listening to this podcast called The Superhero Complex.
Okay.
So basically what it comes down to is there's a group of people. They don't even really have superpowers, but they think that they're superheroes. They go around and try and fight crime and basically they're, what are they? Citizens arrest. They try to citizens arrest people. And there's some talk on...
Do they dress up?
Some of them
that's question
Some of
number
them
one.
do. Some of them have full-blown outfits.
Are they wearing Superman outfits, or do they make their own?
They make their own.
Okay, I respect that.
Some of them are pretty sick, but basically what I was thinking too...
Can we find one of these?
What,
Can we go hunting for a...
A superhero?
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find one. I'm sure there's a
need
Facebook group out
Fucking
there.
assistant, dude.
We should get... Huh?
Yeah.
We should get one on as a guest. We should really try.
I want to go find one in the wild, dude.
But that's what I mean.
That would be some epic content.
So I think that's something that we should try to bring to the table, maybe. I know we don't really have clout or anybody that listens to this.
We got clout, dude. You just got to manifest it.
But what I'm saying is, I think we
there.
should start trying to find some guests, some bangers.
So...
Even some local, maybe not celebrities, but some local, what's the word, personalities.
So, this is going to spiral quickly. Kanye West. Have you watched the documentary, I believe, Netflix, Hulu, something?
Mm-mm.
So,
I don't really watch anything to do with, that whole... I don't really follow celebrities.
I mean...
Unless they're in, a realm that I'm into.
I don't really either, but Kanye West is a fucking lunatic. And it's only come out in the last, 5 years, however long he's been with one of the Kardashians. He's kind of lost his way. But, dude, he's been insane since day one.
Is he still with Kim?
No, she's with, he calls him Skeet Davidson. You didn't hear any of this? You live under a rock, dude.
No, I just don't care about
You
celebrities.
still-
It doesn't bring any...
It doesn't, I don't pay attention to it either, but I still hear about it.
I don't hear about it.
Fucking no, she's with Pete Davidson. He's with whoever the fuck knows. Doesn't matter. My point though, so he was working for Jay-Z.
Kanye or
Yeah.
Pete?
No, Kanye West. Back in, he was maybe 20 or young 20s.
Okay.
He was making beats for Jay-Z. He wanted to be a rapper, dude. And he started filming a documentary about his life. Back before he was anybody.
I think I heard about this.
Dude, he's just... The rest of the story, you can go fucking watch it on Netflix. But, literally, dude was acting like he was...
The shit.
The shit before he was the shit. And it worked out in his favor, because had he not done that, his story wouldn't be quite the same. Because, had he not filmed that documentary, it's one of the best scenes you'll ever watch. He goes into Rockefeller. He has access to the offices because he works for Jay-Z, but no one really knows who the fuck he is. He literally goes in and starts playing his mixtape for like random fucking people in there, and they're kind of just looking at him like, dude, get the fuck out of my office. Like, I think he expected to go in there and it to be like a scene from the movies where they're like, damn, this shit's fire, and like they sign him right then and there, and that was not how it went.
Wasn't the case.
But like, dude, it's all on film because he thought he was somebody before he was.
I respect it.
So that's why I got into that. So dude just manifested it, dude. So we just gotta manifest it. So you don't gotta throw out that like, hey, we don't have any clout. Hey, we haven't even put this podcast out yet.
Alright. Well, either way, I still would like to try and get some cool guests. Because one of the biggest things that I enjoyed, like we were just talking about before we actually sat down, which sometimes I feel like we spoil some of our good material, but it was cool. We got to hang out with my beautiful wife and
Let's talk about it again. I don't know what you're talking about.
talk some shop. But one of my biggest things that I enjoy most about listening to podcasts is the guest, usually the guest. So I've been listening to the Gypsy Tales podcast. There's probably a fucking million episodes, and some of them are multiples of hours long. But I tend to skim through and find the guest that really, like, I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely want to.
So the guest isn't on for the whole thing?
No, they are, but I'm saying I skim through his library and find the guests that I'm most interested in. And some of the ones that I really enjoyed the most are people I had no clue who they even fucking were. Like, there's this dude, Harley something. He's a professional wakeboarder from, like, Australia. Dude, his podcast was epic. Between, like, what he's done, what he's overcome as far as injury, and just, like, his outlook on life is really, really rad. There's something about Australian people, and I'm not, like, I don't know what it is. I just feel like...
They fight kangaroos. That's what they grow up doing.
Besides,
like, nothing else to do.
Besides that, I just feel like, dude, their outlook on life and their, like...
Because they face death every day.
Their attitude is so much greater than people from the States.
They face death every day. Everything in Australia is designed to kill you.
Well, they're doing something right. It's about, like, how they're raised. Like, you know, like, they're pretty much all, like, they either go to university or they get a trade. And there's, like, trade school.
No one in the U.S. says we go to university, just so you know. That's how you know you've been listening to some fucking Australians or British people.
Well,
going to university.
I fuck with them heavily. I'm about to just straight talk with an Australian accent and, like, dick riding hard as hell because Australian... They fuck. That's on my bucket list. I definitely want to go to Australia.
I wouldn't, because literally everything is designed to kill you.
Yeah, so...
You can't even go in the ocean. There's big signs that say fucking, what are the big ass jellyfish? Man of Wars.
Japanese man of War.
Yeah, dude. They're just chilling there. Like, you go in the ocean, you're going to see
People go in the
Man of
ocean
War.
all the time there.
No, they don't. They know they're not supposed to.
They go in all the time.
No, they don't.
Surfing is, like, so popular in Australia. You surf in the ocean.
The board protects you from the Man of War.
No, it doesn't.
That's how it works.
Anyway, so that's my thoughts on that. I've been stoking heavily on Australia and on the Gypsy Tales podcast.
Are there any
This is not a plug for
on the Gypsy Tales podcast?
So supposedly, like, the whole backstory with the Gypsy Tales thing or Gypsy Gang is that, like, this dude, I fucking don't even know, Chase, I think is the guy's name.
Say it with conviction, dude.
Yeah, that's his name. He, like, got his start by, like, just, like, randomly roaming around and, like, filming. He basically wanted to be involved in motocross as a job, but knew he wasn't good enough to be, like, a motocross rider.
So he took pictures?
So he did video. And, like, that was how he, like, was able to, like, stay involved with something that he was thoroughly into and, like, make money from it. And
so where the fuck does this have to do with the Gypsy?
Because he just traveled all over, like,
Okay.
moved to the U.S., like, had no place to live, just went over and just wung it, and, like, literally would, like, sleep on people's couches and like... Right.
So, back to the guest thing. Both of our quote-unquote studios are home studios, so that means we're going to be bringing guests into our homes. So we just have to remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna
One
go.
of us.
I'm not gonna go get Choco off the street.
Bro, I was talking to my buddy Matt about doing a podcast.
Yeah, I'm not bringing Matt into my house.
Matt would be, I would vouch for him, but I was talking to him about doing another podcast. And I immediately regretted my decision. Because he's like, dude, I can bring this dude, I can bring this dude. I'm like, that dude fucking sells meth, that dude uses meth. Neither of them are coming in my house. He's like, dude, they're good people. Then he keeps talking to me slowly. He's like, alright, maybe you're right. Maybe you shouldn't. Like, yeah.
Matt would be a cool guest.
It would be a very laid back episode for both of us because neither of us would have to say much.
Right. I would just like tee him up.
He's
like,
great, dude. It's so great to antagonize him.
I think we should get him on.
We can do that.
But yeah, so that was my thing. I definitely am into like the whole guest thing.
We need to pause.
Batteries already?
I didn't switch them.
Okay. We did an intro.
Whatever.
I mean, you could always put intros in
Yeah.
and pre-recording. We should have like a little like shtick.
The podcast I listen to, their intro is literally just the funniest or most out of context quote from that episode.
And just like
I like that a lot.
I do too. Really, most of the time, intros are just to like drop sponsors, which we have none of. So
It's one of those things though. I like the just claiming sponsors. Because like that's like, dude, we throw that on TikTok. People are like, what the fuck? We're sponsored by Bubbly? That's impressive.
How are these idiots?
Yeah, exactly. There's this one kid who has a YouTube channel, tons of followers, couldn't tell you how many. But he literally, like, you ever seen something on like YouTube or TikTok that's like, it obviously will not work? So, I'm trying to think. Like, dude jams a pencil into a bag filled with water and no water comes out. It doesn't work. But the kid literally goes and tests it and says that it works. And, like, the video shows that it does. But, like, if you would have did it, it would not. It's fucking ingenious.
We gotta order those graphics for your bike, too.
That's on you. You just need to tell me what I owe you.
Okay. I'll do it this week.
Alright, we're back.
And we're back. Did I even start recording the camera?
I don't know. I think you walked over there.
Should I check it?
Yeah, now you should.
Hold on, we're gonna check and make sure we're recording.
So, while we took a little break, you were talking about how much you enjoyed Hitler and the Holocaust.
I don't think I said that, but
You want to elaborate on that, or are we just gonna let that?
We're just gonna
leave that be for
we're just
now.
gonna let that one roll over. We still got a little couple treats in the candy dish from
I love
last
how
episode.
quickly you try to dance away from anything. Fucking, I don't know the correct terminology.
I'm the what's the word we're looking for here?
You get so uncomfortable so quick.
I'm uncomfortable.
You won't even make eye contact with me when I talk about Hitler and the Holocaust.
I can't think of the right word. I'm the PG one out of us.
You ever listen to Anthony Jeselnik?
Mm-mm.
You should. He's a comedian. It's dark humor, but it's fucking hysterical.
No, I'm the comedian guy. Unless I go live.
You listen to podcasts, it's the same thing. Just try it one day while you got fucking 8 hours a day plus to kill. Give it an hour.
Alright, don't come at me like that. Like I work my life away.
You work 40 hours plus a week. I'm saying, you got time, you listen to shit while you work, throw it in the mix. Change it up, broaden your horizons.
I've been heavy on that Gypsy Tales.
I mean, they've got a finite amount of episodes.
I know.
So you will run out at some point and need something
If we
else.
still putting out
to listen
content
to.
weekly, I don't know. It's gonna take a while.
So, how much time a day do you listen to content?
Dude, my content's been way down because my fucking AirPods.
Oh, fucking order one. Or treat yourself. Order a whole new pair. The fucking, dude, you listen, that's like,
Dude, it's been rough.
it gets you through the day at work.
It's been rough.
Or-
I only get 25 minutes at a clip.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, and it's so bad because you ever notice like certain songs or certain things, like the audio's fucked up if you only listen on one headphone.
You like the old ones, right?
Yeah.
They're fucking $100, dude.
Alright, I'll get a pair. But here's the thing. Do you not know what I'm talking about? Like certain things, like the audio's not right if you don't have like the left and the right. So like, dude, sometimes I get so tripped out.
You hear
I'm
like half a conversation?
not even that. It sounds like I'm wearing earmuffs. It's like,
How long have you been living like this?
it's been too long.
I need a guesstimate.
6 months.
Jesus, it's $100.
Ouch. Times are tough. Man.
You want to GoFundMe for your new fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go fund me. I need AirPods, dude, because my life has been super
Jesus
unmanageable at
Christ.
work.
But anyway,
Apple, pick us up as a sponsor, dude. We could really use a fresh
dude, there are.
AirPods.
I didn't tell you.
Well, tell them, you
We're
know,
sponsored by Apple.
I'm still waiting on my
Is-
box of goodies.
Think we could get in trouble for doing that?
Nah. We're not like posting their logo or anything.
That's true.
I mean, we'll see. If we get a cease and desist, we'll deal with that down the line.
But dude, Anthony Jeselnik, it's all dead baby jokes. Horrible fucking things about women. It's fucking hysterical.
You're into that shit.
It's alright. Let me start talking about something I need to do our assistant's work.
So we were sitting there trying to find furniture for an hour. I still don't think we ended up with anything.
No, because we were told we were getting a table off Facebook.
I tried. The guy wouldn't take $750.
You're fucking. You didn't. You did not offer him $750.
I didn't offer him $725.
No, you did.
No, the $10 table didn't answer me back. But we still need chairs. Cause that's
I
what we're
kind of
gonna-
know what I want to get for chairs.
What are you gonna get for chairs?
Like some sweet gaming chairs, dude. The ones I was looking at, like they massage your back and shit.
Can I pick my color?
What color are you gonna pick?
I don't know. Should they match?
I think they should match.
What color do you want to pick?
I'm gonna pick black.
All black?
All black.
Alright, I can
It
do all
just-
black. It's tasteful.
Yeah. This may be it. Let's see.
Is this the chair?
No.
Or is this Anthony Jeselnik?
Yeah,
Jeselnik.
Jeselnik.
Jizzleback.
My best friend's what now?
Alright, so dude, his delivery is
That
just
audio is gonna be really loud.
impeccable. I'll turn it down. That was his opener on his most recent special. He's fucking hysterical. He's got a great joke about Eric Clapton. Do you know who Eric Clapton is?
Yes, Dan.
Do you know that his kid fell out of a window?
No.
Then you don't know who Eric Clapton is.
I mean,
That's why Eric Clapton has a career.
really?
Because he wrote a song about his kid falling out the window.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's a great fucking joke about it too. Silly little fucker. That's what he says about the kid. He fell out the window. And the horrible fucking song that he wrote from it. It's great.
No, I had no clue. I just thought Eric Clapton was just a musician.
Yeah, he is.
Apparently, he's much
As
more.
a clumsy little kid had. A clumsy little kid as well.
He's dead?
Yeah, you don't just fall out of a window and write a song about it because you lived.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know, that's fucked up.
So, anyway, your sense of humor sucks sometimes.
What do you mean?
You just turned it real dark.
I mean, that's fucked up.
Like,
Like,
the rule's like 20 years and it's funny.
yeah, but I don't know that it's 20 years.
Okay, I guess it is new to you.
Yeah.
Like it just happened today to you. Damn. Yeah, you're right. I think 20. I mean, did you ever watch South Park?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fucking good shit.
It's like how long till they have that? It's like I was thinking about this the other day. So South Park has an episode where The Simpsons had already done it. So like Butters is trying to do something new, and every new idea he has, someone tells him The Simpsons already did it.
Should have already done it all, dude.
Absolutely, and I was kind of thinking about it too, because like we're doing some not stunts, but stunts. There's nothing new.
No.
There's nothing that hasn't been done.
No.
So like that, I kind of related to that. But where I was getting at, the South Park also had how long till a fucking disaster is funny. How long till a disaster is funny?
Depends what kind of disaster.
The crack epidemic.
Hilarious.
After how long?
Give it 20
20
minutes.
till the crack wears off. That's
Yeah.
funny. How about AIDS? I think that was South Park's thing. How long till AIDS was funny?
I don't know. I don't think AIDS is ever funny.
I think
The thing that fucks me up with AIDS is like...
I'm not saying it's funny
No,
across the board.
I'm saying the thing that fucks me up with AIDS is like they really could not find a cure.
South Park found it. It was just a shitload of money.
Magic Johnson.
Just injecting money in his veins, dude. It cures you.
Magic.
But I'm not saying that AIDS is straight funny. It's how long till you can joke about AIDS.
I mean, if I had AIDS, I would probably joke about it. like pretty recently. Like after it happened, because like the only way to get through it is humor sometimes.
Fair enough.
You know
How
what I
about
mean?
9/11? How long till 9/11 was funny? It's acceptable now.
Is it?
People, it has to be done like in good taste though.
So
Someone
like a
recent,
meme?
I don't know, meme probably not. Meme's probably not the way.
You're like a stand-up comedian could like make
yes.
a bit about it.
Yeah, someone recently did one that was relatively funny.
I mean, there's humor in everything. It's just, is it fucking, like, is it
You're gonna be the
acceptable?
first one to touch it, is the
Yeah.
thing. You want to poke the bear.
Because, like, it's like we've talked about before, like, that's make and break at the same time. Because, like, there's no such thing as, they say, what, bad publicity? So, like, yeah, you might be the guy that fucking wrote the first shtick about 9/11, but, like, you also went viral because you wrote a stick about 9/11. People probably had no fucking clue who you were for that.
Yeah, I mean, so I was listening to Bert Kreischer the other day, and he had Rachel Wolfson on, chick from Jackass.
Oh, okay.
So both of them, their careers kind of blew up because of one single joke. Bert Kreischer was the Machine Story. I think I've made you listen to it before.
Mhm.
If not, you should. Hers was the joke about her mom sending OJ to prison.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Both of them kind of went viral. Bert went a lot more viral, but either way.
But that's how she got noticed for Jackass,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
And I completely fucking forgot where I was going with this.
9/11?
Yeah, I don't know
Was
how
it
the
funny?
two tie together at all.
Oh, we were talking about, because I said, do you want to be the first one to touch that? But do you...
Yeah, it doesn't help me still.
Alright, well, you're
I think
fine.
I just lost train of
Lost
thought.
your train of thought.
That's
Good job, dude. Now I'm pairing coffee. Yeah. But yeah, you're doing a great job. Sick.
I'm trying, dude. I'm just trying to bring humor to horrible events.
Yeah. Yeah. What else we got going on? So, are you
Do
stoked?
you believe in aliens? I don't want to talk about fireworks.
I wasn't-
We're talking about something else.
I wasn't talking about
What are you
fire.
going to talk about?
I was gonna ask you about your cruise, but fuck your cruise.
Nah. What do you think about
I
aliens?
believe in aliens. I think there's a lot more up there than we realize.
Do you think there's something...
I don't think it's like some little green Martian fucking dude, but I think
You think there's like So I think they know that there's like other organisms,
Yeah.
like bacteria and shit. So do you think it goes further than that?
Yeah.
So do you think there's someone more civilized, not civilized, more advanced,
Intelligent.
more advanced than us? Intelligent energy.
I mean, there's a lot more people advanced than me.
I wasn't saying you or I.
Just putting it out
Yo,
there,
we should
dude.
take like a fucking SAT or ACT just as a podcast episode.
I will fail.
Just we just set up desks, dude. You'll have your camera and your mic. You'll talk to that. You gotta read the question and explain your answer.
Isn't it like a 2-hour process?
We'll find the fucking Spark Notes version.
Alright, well, you figure it out. I'll do it. But I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna flunk.
It'll just the working it out loud will be fucking hysterical.
I'm down. Let's do it. But I've always been a terrible test taker.
I found a cool test the other day.
Bad. Like,
Do you want to take a test?
I don't even do good on my paint school test. And I know what I'm doing. I like to think I know what I'm doing.
Is a difference though being able to know what you're doing and like
Do it?
recite it.
Okay.
Like doing something hands-on.
Yeah, there's plenty of kids that go to like trade schools that like know what the fuck they're doing, but then when they get into like real-time situations, they have fucking no clue.
It can go both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to take a test?
What kind of test?
It's a yes or no question.
Sure.
It's the "Am I racist?" test.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's the test.
I'm gonna lie.
That might not be what you should have led with. I think you failed. I think you're racist.
What did I tell you? I suck at taking tests.
There's no cheating on this test. Alright, so anyway, there are 10 questions.
This is a setup.
Now, question number 1. Do you consider yourself a racist?
I plead.
I have to give you the answers. Or not the answers, the options. A, yes. B, no. C, maybe. Which are you going with?
B.
Good choice. This one's up. I can't even select it. I have to hit start. That's some bullshit. Come on. You need a fucking assistant. Alright. You said yes, correct?
No, don't try and trick me. Will our assistant wash my bikes?
Probably not. Do you have a first? Don't try to get out of this test. Do you have a first impression of a person by their color or race? Yes. No. Sometimes.
No.
Play it safe. Good choice. Is there a particular race you don't like? Yes or no?
Caucasian.
I'll give you no on that one. Do you make racial remarks / comments? Yes. Sometimes, jokingly, rarely, no. If you said no, you're a liar.
Joke.
At least you're honest. Do you have friends who belong to a different race?
Yeah.
Hold up. You gotta let me read the answers. Yes. No. Well, there are a few. They're more like my peers. I feel like that one's thrown.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your opinion on interracial relationships? That's cool. It is normal. It is different. It is weird. It is wrong.
That's cool.
I feel like none of those were good answers. What is your first reaction when seeing a Caucasian woman with an African American child? Aw, she is so cute. Good for them. That child is probably adopted. He is so trashy.
The child?
None of those are great answers. But you gotta go with one.
Oh, he is so cute. Safe bet.
Good for them, like that could be like good for them or like good for them.
Yeah, I guess that's not terrible.
Do you deny to involve other people's festivals or cultural gatherings? Yes, sometimes it depends on culture. Rarely, no.
I don't really understand that question.
Do you deny to involve in other people's festival or cultural gatherings? So would you go to the gay shit without?
Absolutely, I have.
And that's okay. So the answer I believe would be no, because you do participate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a gay sober thing.
I'm gonna ask you about that after this quiz is over. How will you react if you see an act of racism? Ooh, this is a tough one. I don't say anything. I'll take action against it. To each their own.
I'm calling one of those hero people.
That's taking action against it, dude.
Yeah,
Did you like?
I'm a goddamn
Did you like the quiz? Yes or no?
No.
Let's see if you're racist. You are not racist. Congratulations, you are far away from being racist. But in the beginning you said you were going to lie, so who knows? Maybe you're festering in some hatred over there. So let's hear about, where did you go with Al?
Oh, dude. So I went to an AA roundup in Provincetown, P-Town.
So what is a roundup?
It's like a gathering of people in recovery. Mine was Alcoholics Anonymous. And there's different meetings all day, all weekend, workshops.
You got an issue.
What?
Card's full.
You gotta get better with wiping stuff.
I haven't touched this card.
That's what I'm saying. You should be like storing each episode.
I should, but it stays here.
Because now you have to chop it up, or is it stored individually?
The audio didn't come through that bad off of the camera the last time, so we're just gonna rock with the camera audio.
For tonight?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like last time we did a podcast. And
Oh, they're all individual?
Okay.
Yeah, they're all separate files. So we'll just keep the mics for a sec. Anyway, so you went to the roundup with Al. Where was it at?
P-Town, Provincetown.
Rhode Island?
Yeah, I think so.
Sounds
So
right.
I actually know what it feels like to be like a woman at the beach, like a piece of meat. So I'd like to think that's how I
So
felt.
how long were you there for?
Like a weekend, long weekend. Friday to Sunday, Thursday to Sunday.
How many times were you propositioned?
I think more than I realized.
How many did you realize?
About 5.
That's a lot. How did you handle that? What did you do?
I just kind of shrugged it off. And
You didn't say nothing? You didn't feed into it?
Nah.
You didn't want to fuck around and end up with a dick in your mouth?
No, I did not. Al thought it was quite funny.
I'm sure he did.
He got a big trip out of it. I actually learned a lot about like the whole, I guess like I don't know what the right word is, like the homosexual like.
Gay culture?
Yeah, a little bit like so like the different. There's like bears and
Tops,
otters.
bottoms.
Well, no, I knew that. That's kind of.
What's an otter?
So like otters are like, so like I would technically be an otter in like the gay culture. It's like your build and like facial
Okay, but what defines an otter?
like size and like a little bit of facial hair.
Okay.
And then like bears is obviously
Yeah.
pretty self-explanatory. You know what I mean? So like there was all these weird
What's
terms
another one? Bear.
stuff that I was like not hip to before, but now I was like, whoa, there's a lot more to this than meets the eye.
Didn't you see a dude getting blown under the boardwalk?
So dude, that was fucking crazy.
That's what I really wanted to hear about.
It wasn't even under the boardwalk. Supposedly there's like this whole gay pier thing that guys go down to. It's like this like, basically like folklore, but it's real. Like you can literally just watch people walking like, and they all do it like they're making like a drug deal. You know what I mean? Like they're like real shady, like they look and see if anybody like sees them go under there. And then
Wait,
it's
so
like,
what? I thought. So what? They're going under the pier.
they're going under the pier. But the craziest shit was I was literally sitting out front of like our hotel, and next thing you know, dude literally just pulls his pants down, and another dude starts blowing him in the street, flat out, in the fucking street. Like, I was like, what the Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, even Al was like, dude, that's gnarly. Because, like,
Wait, you were at a hotel and this was happening right out front.
right out front on the street.
How many other people were around?
It wasn't like this wasn't at like the like roundup area. This was like kind of later at night. It was
Were
like,
they like hiding it? Like was
no,
it, they
like
went in the dark?
literally it was just it wasn't like a full blown blowjob. The dude like literally just went down and gave him like 2 head pumps and kept him moving. I think it was more so just like to like do it for like the effect. Like you know what I mean? Like
That's pretty wild.
it was pretty gnarly. I was like, holy shit.
Wasn't there something else, or was that it?
What do you mean?
Didn't you see? I thought you saw something else. I don't.
I mean, I literally seen many of men go under that pier
Okay.
and come out.
Okay. Maybe I.
You know, they weren't just down there sightseeing. Like, there was long periods of time before entrance and exit. And from what I understand, Al will be he could tell you better than I know. Like, supposedly it gets pretty gnarly down there.
I bet.
So that was my experience in P-Town. And I got a fucking lobster, like,
Did you enjoy the weekend?
it was great.
Okay.
I did. Anytime you go anywhere with Sassman,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
he's a riot. Like, an absolute riot. Like, I would travel anywhere in the world with that dude because he is an absolute riot. He lives every day like it's his last. Literally, like, money's not an issue as long as you're having a good time. And, yeah, you know, Sassman's the fucking man.
Yeah, but I haven't seen him enough in the last couple of years.
I know. I feel like something's missing from my life because I haven't seen Sassman enough. So I really think he needs to be a guest on this.
Can you just call him and we just show up?
Yeah, we can do that.
We just don't even tell him. And then when we get there, like, hey, dude, we decided we're doing the podcast at your house tonight.
Yeah, he would probably be down for it. He might be like a little reserved at first, but once you get him going,
I don't know that Al's got an ounce of shyness.
yeah, but he might just get weird because he doesn't know who the fuck's gonna listen to it. But
Nobody.
right now, nobody listens to
Nobody.
it, so
Haven't put a fucking thing out, which we should probably talk about and start.
yeah, that's on you, dude. You're the.
Well, the original plan
I know what the original plan was.
isn't happening, so
It's not happening. It's not that it's not happening. It's
we're
just not
deciding to not go that route.
for the launch. I think we launch it and just try to get some traction behind it and just keep doing what we're doing. Good work ethic.
Well, by now, by the time people hear this, they'll know how we launched. We time traveling right now? We are. Because the people listening to this know things that we don't know.
Or we're
That's
going.
fucked- that's
we don't
fucked
need
up.
roads.
That's fucked up. That's weird. Is time real?
How would they know stuff that we don't know? They're listening to it behind us. We've
Yeah,
already-
so they know how it's going to launch. By the time they hear this, they'll know how we launched. We don't know how we're going to launch. So someone's time traveling. I don't know who, but it's not me because I don't know what's going on.
This is true. We should definitely just get this thing out there because we're talking about way old events at
Yeah,
this
dude.
point.
Dude, the world could be fucking over. World War III might have happened. Gas might be.
Hitler might come back.
Fuck yeah. Think Tupac's still alive? Think
Definitely.
Yeah? Legitimately, or are you just talking shit?
No, I think Tupac's still alive.
I think he definitely is dead.
You think?
But I was
How long do you think he was alive though?
He wasn't. He was dead.
Really?
He was dead.
What about Biggie?
Biggie is dead as well. 100%.
Right away?
They were dead.
Okay.
Now, I think Epstein,
Still alive.
I think he's 100% alive. I don't think that dude hung himself in prison. I think that dude paid somebody, they faked his death. He's back chilling on an island, banging kids again.
That dude's a fucking creep.
That's what happens though when you have fucking,
Bajillions of dollars.
and fucking, what's the lizard people called? You've never, have you ever like dove into conspiracy theories?
No.
Dude, we need to, oh my god, there's just so much, I don't know where to start. Okay, so, The lizard people? You've never heard this. The Anunnaki?
No.
So some people believe that... You've never heard a lick of this? I'm having trouble getting past this.
Dude, Dan, I don't give a fuck. I'm so caught up in my bubble. I do not. Like,
You've never heard like fucking Hillary Clinton's a fucking lizard? You've never heard anyone say
none
that?
Of it. None of it.
So,
I don't.
alright, so long story short, Illuminati. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it. I
Same
know nothing
time.
about what it is.
It doesn't. I mean, it may or may not exist, but it's a like elite group of high society people that have a fuck ton of money that essentially control the world behind the strings, behind the scenes.
Gotcha.
Basically the same thing, the Anunnaki, except it's all lizard people.
Gotcha.
So, I don't even fucking remember where I started because I got all flustered.
You've been doing that a lot lately.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I had too many things going on. The whole Epstein thing.
Okay.
So these people with a ton of money who just essentially run the fucking show, they get to do whatever the fuck they want, dude. There is no way that dude killed himself in prison. Is basically what I'm getting at.
Because he's a lizard.
I don't think he's a lizard, but some people believe that the fucking Illuminati or whatever you want to call it, they're all lizard people. I don't know where this started, but that's what they believe.
Alright.
Speaking of the unbelievable things, do you know how Scientology, do you know what they actually believe?
No.
It's fucking, did you ever seen the South Park episode? I'll send it to you, you have to, I'll send you which episode it is, it's fucking insane. Like, you think it's a joke, and that is like legitimately what they believe.
Really?
So they basically believe that at some point aliens came to the Earth, somehow aliens died, their spirits got sent into a volcano, the volcano erupted, the spirits went back out, and the spirits all inhabited human bodies. Long story short. And that's their belief system.
How do you have time to listen to all this shit?
There's a lot of hours in a day, dude.
I know, and I'm doing stuff.
So, when you have nothing to do, what do you do?
I don't. There's very, very, very time.
So you go to bed, you're not going to sleep yet. What are you doing?
I watch a little bit of TV.
What are you watching?
Usually some dumbass Netflix thing.
So, okay, so my dumbass Netflix thing is going to be some weird shit about fucking lizard people sometimes.
Alright.
I also, you have met Matt.
Yeah,
I have learned a lot from Matt.
Good on you.
I mean, when we bring him on,
Yeah, we might have to
pick a couple things. So we'll introduce Matt right now because we've been talking about him a couple times. So
I think you should wait to give him a full introduction.
nah, you can't. It's like you need to microdose, dude.
What do you think about microdosing?
I think it's fucking stupid. Be an adult and take a fucking full hit. Like the fuck? It's like, like to me, I don't even fully understand it. Is microdosing just like getting a little buzz? Or is microdosing working your way to where you want to be?
So it's like about like supposedly like mind clarity, and there's something about the psilocybin like embryo or molecule that like it attaches to like certain things like identically in your body.
So your goal is not to get high, essentially.
Nah, it's about like I forget what it is. It helps with like supposedly like really helps with like depression and like there's like a bunch of other like proven things. I don't know. I did a deep dive on it like not too long ago, but I didn't retain the information that well. I don't plan to do it, but I definitely do see where there's like people who could benefit from it.
I mean, that's like the shit where they're trying to get fucking heroin addicts off of heroin using fucking ayahuasca.
Gee.
It's just like, hey, we have this fucking insane idea. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
And it's not a good idea. It might work because you are literally putting that individual just through absolutely traumatic inducing experiences. So sure, yeah, they might stop shooting heroin, but they sure as fucking gonna be the person they were before they started shooting heroin.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's a lot of people that are really that really back that whole ayahuasca thing. A lot of celebrities, and not celebrities, but a lot of in the limelight people and people who are on a weird spiritual journey are really I was listening to a podcast the other day about Carrie Hart, and he's all about it. He doesn't smoke weed and he doesn't do any other hard drugs, but he said he takes mushrooms pretty frequently and is definitely planning to do ayahuasca and the next.
See, that's just insane to me. Cause out of every substance that I have done, and I've done a lot of them, mushrooms is the most mind fuck I've ever experienced.
But I don't know. So every time I ever did mushrooms, I definitely had points throughout it where I fucking figured out some crazy shit.
That's how acid was for me.
Yeah, I mean definitely that.
Acid was way more clear. Mushrooms was I was not okay by any means.
Yeah, but that's why they say the microdosing thing. So whoever came up with the idea to eat an eighth or a quarter or whatever it was, it's yeah, that might have been okay, or those shrooms might not have been as potent, or you know what I mean? So a micro dose is supposedly a certain amount that one, you're not necessarily gonna feel, you're not gonna hallucinate, but my favorite times on mushrooms were those first 30 minutes when you got those giggles and you start to notice some sharpness.
Yeah.
Or maybe just that slight bit of trail where that color looked a little bit more vivid.
You won't even know this reference, dude. Every time I fucking ate mushrooms, I felt like I was from Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon, going through fucking hyperspeed, dude. Everything's just zooming past me and I'm in this fucking tunnel. I think I only ate mushrooms a handful of times.
But there's been...
Never had a good time.
But there's been times where... So, I went on a few snowboarding trips with, my sister's ex-boyfriend, and he was, a big advocate of, just, hanging out and just, eating a cap. And just, you know what I mean? And just kind of, cruising. Drink a couple beers, eat a cap or two, or, smoke a blunt. And, dude, I'll tell you what, those couple times that I did do that, I had some really enjoyable, almost just, couldn't stop giggling, little giddy kid, and, I just attribute it to, oh, we smoked some good weed, or, I had a good buzz going, but,
I can't say I ever did it.
Yeah, and, so, that's what makes me think that, maybe the microdosing definitely has its place for certain individuals. I am not planning on doing that, so anybody who's listening to this, don't think that I'm gonna one, throw away my longevity of sobriety, or two, think that I'm gonna go down this whole microdosing wormhole. But I can definitely see where it could be beneficial to some people who may be struggling with some depression or just some other stuff besides just pharmaceutical shit, because the pharmaceutical industry is a fuck. It's fucked. You know what I mean? Oh, just this is your problem. Just take this. Just take this.
Yeah, but I think there's other fucking answers besides a drug. Period.
But it's not a drug.
What the fuck is it then?
It's an herb.
It's a drug.
From the earth.
It's a drug.
No.
It
We've
is.
created it.
Weed is a drug. It has fucking chemical compounds, whether they're fucking man-made or not. It still has those.
Yeah, but so weed, if you eat it, is a medicine. It has medicinal.
You're not wrong, but
it has medicinal purposes too. I back the natural medicinal purposes of or the microdosing thing over prescribing somebody's Xanax.
to me personally,
I would rather see somebody like take small incremental doses of psilocybin and better themselves than see them be addicted to Xanax.
okay, but if they are fucking taking caps, fucking here and there,
It's not capsule.
okay,
That's like the
don't
thing.
either way.
I'm talking
Stems,
about the
whatever.
I'm talking about the scientific like the doctor prescribed amount.
It's still a prescription.
It's a laboratory
It's
amount.
still prescription.
But it's
Isn't if you're getting better, is it really better if it's the medicine? That's
but I don't
getting
think
better?
it's I don't think so like Xanax, like it's not like, oh yeah, take Xanax for 6 months. The microdosing thing isn't a constant thing. It's only meant for a window of time.
So you think I have depression? So I microdose for a month, whatever it is. Time frame doesn't matter. You think I won't be as depressed after that month?
Maybe you will. I don't know.
I'm
just
curious.
No, I don't know. So like, I would just, in my own opinion, I side more with that than.
I don't disagree, but I also don't think any form of mind-altering drug, and this isn't just from AA, it is the answer at all. Like, I think life is all about habits. Like, if you change how you...
And perception.
Yeah, but if you change how you act on a daily basis, you're gonna change how you feel. How we ended up in a fucking... The shit we live in now is because everyone wants instant gratification. If it doesn't happen exactly right now, I don't want it.
Yeah, that's why the people who are successful are the ones who are willing to put in the work.
Yeah, but at the same time, so if I have depression, sure I could go take fucking Zoloft or whatever the fuck they're gonna give me. Is that gonna make me better? No, it's gonna make me feel better for as long as I'm taking it. Once I stop taking it,
Could be worse.
it could be worse. And
No, I agree. I just really that was my thing about the whole psilocybin thing, is not necessarily the microdosing, but like I've done much less than what people would say the normal dose of like a shroom high, and have definitely felt some different, like way more manageable, cool effects. So could see where those principles could be like, oh shit, maybe you're right.
I don't know, we want to start like an open facility where we just microdose a bunch of people?
No, because then if we do that, then I have to microdose.
No, you just have to say it with conviction.
What?
I don't know, whatever you gotta say. You
Yeah.
can tell people your experience, you don't have to tell them it was 10 years ago.
Nah.
Or we can hire someone else to do the talking. We just get to see what happens.
I don't know. I think it would be cool to just do. I mean, I like to dive in and do a little bit more research, but I definitely think there's some cool stuff to it.
What's the worst idea you've ever had?
How much time you got?
I don't know. Off the top of your head, what's the worst idea? Because I gotta think on that one for a second.
Worst idea.
Because a facility just handing out mushrooms is definitely up there.
But I don't think it's just a facility.
It's
But I think it would be to experiment with opiates.
Really?
Yeah, like, you know how much shit
Yeah, but did it though? So how long did you get high? Like really get high? I didn't know.
8 years.
Okay, so you're what, 34? So that's third of your life, give or take. What you have today, you might not have had you not done what you did.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, that was my worst idea. Like,
I've definitely had some. I wasn't trying to get deep on that. I was trying to.
I mean, like,
get something comical.
I've
You got deep
stolen-
instead.
you ask things, and I don't know. If you want a certain answer, you gotta say, hey, what's your worst idea? But keep it light and fluffy.
So let's and everything I ask, we'll say light and fluffy at the end. I don't have to add it. It's just there.
But you want me to be
It's always
real.
Light and fluffy. Yeah, sure. I mean, okay. So
You're the one out here talking about killing kids.
Who's what?
Kid jokes. Killing kid
When did I
jokes.
say
Dark, dark dead
Huh?
babies. I don't know.
Where was I at during this conversation?
Your dark humor.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Anyway.
Oh, you're talking about Eric Clapton and his clumsy little child.
Yeah, that guy. But no, I mean, I don't know. I've had some real bangers of great ideas.
We're gonna revisit that one. That's your homework for the week. The light and fluffy worst idea you've ever had. I know what mine was. And I'm really good. I don't know if hype man's the correct word.
Gasser.
Yeah,
guy.
dude. Big gasser. So, you remember the X Factor ramps? Everyone remembers the X Factor.
The little black one? Yeah, everyone's almost died on it.
Yeah.
Life.
So, you remember the quarter pipes? I don't know if they were actually X Factor
I think they were Ramp Tech.
Whatever they were.
Or Fresh Park.
It doesn't matter.
They were plastic.
Yeah.
They had like two shitty plastic supports.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, I tried to backflip off of a X Factor ramp.
On what?
On a mountain bike. So I essentially landed maybe on my back / neck. I barely rotated. Bike went up in there, almost killed me. And then I was like, dude, one of my buddies like, the X Factor ramp wasn't the move. I think you can do it on the quarter bike because you're already fucking that back. Fucking.
Yeah, what made you think you were going to get around on the X Factor ramp?
I don't think I actually thought I was going to.
Because, like, it literally is, like,
I don't think
this high. I think it might have, like, 32 degrees.
Yeah, dude, I don't think I thought it was actually going to happen. But anyway, I convinced him to hit the quarter pipe and attempt the backflip. And dude just split his fucking face wide open. Literally like 18 stitches. I don't remember. I think he hit the fucking pipe. I don't remember at what point. I was like 8 or 9 at the time, dude.
The coping?
Yeah.
The coping mechanism?
His mom just comes out of the house fucking yelling at me.
I mean, he did gas him up.
She didn't know that, but I'm somehow getting yelled at. I'm like,
If she knew you, she knew that.
you're probably right. Those are fucking kids over there bleeding. She should probably do something about that instead of yelling at me. I'm going home. She's going to the hospital.
So it's probably because it's in 4K.
Maybe. It might have been an hour.
But anyway, back to this story real quick. So this isn't my worst idea ever, but I have, as well as anybody who's probably ever done any kind of extreme sport and has a story about a ramp tech, little fucking ramp. I decided, I had 2 of them. I used to make little gaps in my backyard.
They used to have the little
center section too, but I was way cooler than that. I was hitting the double. Well, I had gotten a runt bike. Do you know what they are?
Yeah.
So there was like this weird craze where these like little rump bikes came out. So it was basically like, it was like this, it looked like a fucking circus bike.
Okay.
So it was like this little bicycle like this big, but it had full size like sprocket.
I kind of remember that.
And it had these little solid wheels so like
Yeah.
big people could ride it. And it had handlebars. Well, I decided I was going to fucking hit this thing on my rump bike. Now, mind you, the rump bike could only go so fast. And, like, because it was so small and such a small wheelbase, like, you really couldn't do anything. Like, you just kind of, like, hit it and, like, hold on for dear life. But the wheels were only this big. So they really didn't, like, it's like when you try to take, like, a small wheel over a crack or a threshold. Like, it just fucking eats shit. So here I go. And not only do I, like, think that I'm not going to have enough speed, so I hold on to my buddy's full-size bicycle and let him pull me down this long driveway so that I have enough speed to hit this gap. And I didn't try to do like a 1 foot gap and like, I'm like, yeah, I got this.
Just
I'm gonna do it. There's like 4 or 5 foot
It's
gap,
a good
which isn't
set.
that big. Well, the funny thing is, I didn't even get off the ramp, dude. The little wheel, I guess because of the angle of the ramp, it literally just plowed into the ramp, put a hole in the ramp, and I freaking face to the ground, put my teeth through my lip, like, dude, like annihilated my life, like literally threw the rump bike in the trash, never looked at it again. Like ramp tech kicker ramps gone, like trashed them too. Yeah, those things were absolute death traps. We should buy one.
Best to go. I don't know. They're probably like a vintage. Wait, the bike or the
No,
ramp?
fuck the ramp bike. We should just get a bunch of those ramps and I'll hit them with the pit bike out
Let's
back.
see if they still exist. I don't.
They definitely exist. Go on Facebook Marketplace.
1080 makes a little ramp. Bro, they got the box on Amazon. Amazon. Look at that shit, dude.
Yeah, which one is, what's it called?
Oh, some knockoff shit.
What was the original one called though?
X Factor.
X Factor.
Bro, they definitely got sued multiple fucking times. There ain't no way they're still in business.
Oh my god, here it is right here. The full setup.
That's it. How much they want for it?
$50. We can find it cheaper. $25. I'll offer him 20.
This is for fingerboards. You ever seen the fingerboard shit?
Dude, people are crazy.
Insane.
You know what we could do though? So we could flip this thing over and just pour like Quickcrete in it
Yeah, we
And-
definitely could.
and just make it solid. So I definitely think we should get an X Factor ramp for nostalgia's sake. Because P's gotta go off one and die. You know, it's only right. It's like a rite of passage as a kid.
Absolutely. I want to find out what happened to X Factor.
They're obviously still out there.
I mean, yeah.
No, like I wouldn't be surprised. Like this is a brand new ramp.
Yeah, because the kid fucking broke his leg and they were never allowed to
$10.
use it again. Need our assistant.
If we spend $100, we can get the 5-piece.
That's, I think, worth every penny.
That's the double box. We can hit it both ways.
Every penny, dude.
We hit it at the same time. Whoever makes it through the middle.
On the pit bikes?
Yeah.
Dude, I want to know what happened to them.
It's funny too because they have like holes to like drill them into wood, which is probably what you were supposed to do with them because that's
What,
not,
on like the bottom?
yeah.
I think they were meant for like stakes.
Whatever they were meant for because
No
I've
one
seen
did
so many people die because they go to hit it and the ramp just slid and they just literally ended their life. R.I.P. X Factor.
Yeah.
And any kid who's ever tried to hit one has definitely had a screwed up
We can
experience.
get one of them quarter pipes for like $500.
Nah, we need another ramp. I'm all about hitting ramps now that we hit the freestyle ramp at Jake's house.
So bigger?
I would go way bigger.